we go. We've got the Castaway Island Extreme Makeover Challenge. Are we going to be able to achieve your ultimate goal in 1 week? Probably not. But if you look at this with an eye of faith, probably so. If you put your best effort in, probably so. This probably will change your life and be an extreme makeover if you do your best. Why do I say with an eye of faith? Because this challenge is designed to get you restarted or started, to show you that you can do it, that you can be successful. And what you do this week, all you have to do to reach ultimate success is to duplicate the success pattern over and over again until you get there. Okay? So hopefully this will be a real makeover inside and then later outside for somebody. In fact, until you fix what's broken and wrong on the inside, you can't fix what's broken on the outside. Our bodies, obesity epidemic is just, it's never been worse, y'all. It is really dampening people's quality of life. It's the leading cause of all premature death in our country. And it seems nobody has a solution and they still don't want to look up. Let's look up together. We're going to humble ourselves as a little child. The best way I know to explain it is you're basically playing the TV show Survivor with Travis. Okay, we're going to play Survivor. Remember Tom Hanks on the island? This is how I lost most of my weight. I just go to my island right here. Focus on what I could have, not on what I couldn't have for a period of time. And we're going to tell you what you can have. We're even going to tell you when you can eat. So it should be fun. It's just for a week. 1 Corinthians 9:27. Let's start this thing right. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. So here we are, most of us here, not everybody, but most of us claim to be Christians and be of the household of faith. But yet never have I seen so many Christians on medications. Never have I seen so many Christians depressed. Never have I seen so many Christians talk of Jesus, but out of the same mouth talk of lost hope. Never. The Bible says that both sweet and bitter water should not come out of the same fountain. There is something wrong. There is something wrong. This scripture is telling us, except we bring the flesh and make it subject to the Spirit, we can preach to others about Jesus all we want. We can try to be a light all we want. But I myself is nothing more than a castaway. We're nothing more than a castaway. We must walk in the Spirit and not fulfill the lust of the flesh if we want to have an abundant life. And if we also don't want to be a mocking point for others. I don't think it's not good that people of faith are mocked the way they are today. It's our own doings. It's our own doings. We speak one way and we behave another way. And it's time that we fix it. That's what grown men and grown women do. They fix it. They have a problem. They stop making excuses. They take extreme ownership. It's nobody's fault. And they fix it. Nobody's going to fix it for you. There's no miracle drug coming. There's no miracle cure for obesity. I can just share with you a simple thing. And there's been some good advancements in nutrition over the years, but there's this new one. I got excited about it. I'm not even talking about a miracle, but it's called allulose. It's a sugar substitute. But the body can't break it down. Therefore, it causes all kind of digestive and stomach issues if you overconsume it. You're not going to be able to trick this you're not going to be able to trick the laws of God that God has put in order. Whatsoever a man, woman, boy or girl sows, that shall they reap. It's talking about what you eat too. You sow too much to the flesh, well, you're going to reap more flesh. You're just not going to get around the laws of God. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut. There's no shortcut for hard work. You just got to, for success, there's hard work, and you ain't going to be able to get away from that. The one that scares everybody is actually the one that will give you the most pleasure in life, and that's self-discipline. Self-discipline is a fruit of the Spirit. And people try to avoid self-discipline at all costs. The Bible even tells us for a little while, self-discipline seems hard to deal with, but later is the very thing that sets you free. You want freedom to eat what you want, when you want, as much as you want, and you think it's not fair if you can't. Well, that's childish thinking. I've thought that way. I've been there too. That's what caused me to have the problems that I had in life as it related to my behavior and to my temple. Self-discipline is the thing that seems like takes away your freedom, but later gives you the types of freedoms you really want. A lot of people here are free to eat what they want, when they want, as much as they want, but they're not free to be comfortable in their own skin, to experience things that they would be able to experience if they just lose the weight. You want real freedom? Have self-discipline. Lose the weight. 1 Corinthians 4:14. I write not these things to shame you, but as beloved sons and daughters, I'm going to warn you. For though you have 10,000 instructors in Christ, many voices, you have many voices, many people telling you what to do, telling you how to do, and it would all work if you do it. But you won't do it because these instructors don't treat you like their own child. In other words, it says, yet have you not many fathers? For in Christ Jesus I've begotten you through the gospel. Wherefore I beseech you, be ye followers of me. Here's what we're doing. This is a hard one for me to get out the right way. There's not many areas of my life I find my hypocrisy knows no bounds. My hypocrisy knows no bounds because I will tell my children to do as I say, not as I do. And that's wrong. I don't have all of the areas of my life where I should have them and in the order I should have them. Don't put me on a pedestal. But I can boldly tell you that if you're struggling with your weight, you're struggling with your self-confidence, you're struggling with your self-esteem, I can boldly tell you, I beseech you, just like Paul did here to these Christians, be ye followers of me as it relates to how you eat. It'll change your life. He says, for this cause I send unto you Timothy, who's my beloved son and faithful in the Lord, who shall bring you into remembrance of my ways which be in Christ, as I teach everyone in church. I want all of us to become a type of Timothy as it relates to taking care of our temples. That's what the obesity epidemic needs. It needs more Timothys, people that will walk it and talk it and live it, and show people that living a self-disciplined life actually yields freedom and a better life. We all can become a Timothy in this challenge this week and help one another. Be successful. Show them the way. It says some are puffed up as though I would not come to you, but I will come shortly if the Lord will, and will know not the speech of them which are puffed up, but the power. For the kingdom of God is not in word, but in power. What will you? Shall I come unto you with a rod, or in love and in the spirit of meekness? I want to humbly tell you this. If you'll do your best this week, you and I together will experience the power of God in our lives, the power of God to be self-disciplined, free men and women, free from the bondage that food has on us. Food has become our oppressor. Let's fix it together. Let's do that. Here's what this challenge consists of. We're proverbially, metaphorically, figuratively, we're going to the island. The drop off, as I've already mentioned, is Monday at midnight. The plane will pick us up and take us back to the mainland Sunday at 11:59 p.m. We'll go back to the mainland. If you have to tap out, you'll tap out in the group. We'll all pray for you, love you, support you, but we'll go on and ship you back to the mainland ASAP. We're going to make this a fun little game. If you have to tap out, you got to go. We got to put you on the plane. You got to go back to the mainland. And here's what you're doing for 1 week. Do what I do. I'm going to demonstrate to you everything that I do to lose the weight, to keep it off. Do I have the credentials? Do I have the success to share it, to say something like that? Well, I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. I'm 47 years old. I was once on multiple prescription medications, many failings in my life. I've moved from failure to failure with great enthusiasm. I've lost well over 100 pounds. I've went from a size 44 in the pant down to a 32 in the pant. I have went from over 40% body fat down to 11.5% body fat. So I'll let you be the judge. If you'll do what I do, you'll be as successful as me. If you do more than I do, you'll be more successful. If you do less than I do, you'll be less successful. You will eat when I eat, because this is a self-discipline challenge, because that's the problem. You'll eat when I eat on the honor system. I'll do this on the honor system. You do this on the honor system. I'll be doing some fasting. For those of you that can't hang, you will not have to tap out. I repeat, if you can't hang with me, you will not have to tap out. But you will have to go to the infirmary, and you can only go to the infirmary 1 time each day. If you go to the infirmary more than 1 time in a day while we're on the island together, you must do the honorable thing and tap out before your peers. Okay? I will be posting pictures and making text messages when I eat so that you'll know when to eat. If I do not eat, you do not eat. We're on an island. We're tough people. We're getting tougher. Figuratively speaking, we're on an island, and we've only got so many rations to make it through the week. So if I do not eat, you do not eat. Now, if you feel like I'm missing a meal and you can't hang, you can go to the infirmary. You have a 4-hour window to eat after I eat, after I make my post and or text, depending which subscription you have. You have a 4-hour window to eat after I eat. Once that 4-hour window is gone, it's gone. So in other words, if I eat at noon, you can eat at noon up to 4 p.m. Okay? You can't save your meals up. You can't skip meals that I had and save them up and have them later. You must post or make an entry after I post and make an entry on the honor system. Whether you use your journal app, whether you use the website, whether you use Facebook, you must post or make an entry after I post and make an entry. Ronnie asked, remind us again of the start and end dates, please. It would be Monday, this coming up Monday. What is today? I don't want to slow down here. We'll look at that later, but it's Monday to Sunday. It begins Monday, this coming Sunday, 11:59 p.m. You better get ready, because when the clock strikes midnight, it begins. And the challenge ends on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. When the clock strikes midnight a week later on Monday, it's over. Hope that makes sense. Eat from the list. If you don't eat from the list, it's a tap out. You can only eat from the list. Now, you don't have to eat what I eat. Let me make that clear. That was a big thing. You're welcome. That was a big thing, lots of emails I haven't gotten to about that. You do not eat what I eat. You'll do better if you do what I do, because I ain't too smart, as far as Skint would say, but I'm smart concerning this stuff. All right, so if you do what I do, you'll be successful. But as long as you eat off of that meal plan, even if you're not eating what I eat, you'll be successful. So, for example, if I, for breakfast, have a Mighty Muffin, if I have a Mighty Muffin, you don't have to have a Mighty Muffin. You could have 2 eggs and hemp flakes. You just got to go by the list. How do you get the meal plan? We're about to look at it. You go to shibbolethministry.com/fastest. shibbolethministry.com/fastest. So let's take a look at that. Bear with me just a second. Let me get it pulled up. Somebody tell Sasha I can't talk right now. All right, so here we go. Joan, would you let Sasha know if you're listening that I'm doing a live webinar right now? All right, let me get this shared again. All right. All right, here we go. We've got it pulled up, shibbolethministry.com/fastest. Does everybody see that? We've got some additions to make from last night, but we're not going to add many more things because we do want it to be a challenge. Notice we're doing it a little different than we do Shibboleth because that keeps people engaged. People have to kind of liven up and pay a little more attention because it looks a little different than the way we do it with our Shibboleth lifestyle plan. This is not a lifestyle. Should be, because it's called self-discipline. But this is to teach us what it takes to lose weight. All right, so here we go. Somebody please help Carrie if you don't mind. All right, so here we go. We got meats, and I've got the meats listed there. Fish, and that does mean any kind of real fish. I'm not talking about salmon patties in a can, but if it's fish, tuna in water, it's allowed, okay? Chicken breast, pork tenderloin, turkey breast, London broil, 96% lean ground meat, 97% Hebrew National Franks, any type of shellfish is allowed as a protein source. Notice we've got in parentheses there, protein. Over here, next one, we've got vegetables. And in parentheses, we have the word fiber. We're going to call these fiber. Is there more nutrition in them than just fiber? Yes. But you'll see when I get down to how we're going to combine our meals why I've got this in parentheses. Because you're going to have a protein and a fiber. In other words, you're on the island and we all sit down in little companies like they did in the Bible. We all sit down and we're about to receive our rations. It's going to be a protein and a fiber. Okay. So for you fibrous veggies, we've got broccoli, asparagus, squash. That does include butternut squash, okra, bell peppers, green leafy vegetables, cucumbers, cauliflower, miracle rice, miracle noodles, and green beans. These are our fibrous veggies for our challenge. What can I cook these items in? Zero drag 100% MCT oil, hemp oil, coconut oil, or ghee butter. And I've put these in order from best, I should say best to bestest, from bottom to top. Ghee, then coconut, then hemp, then best results from zero drag 100% MCT oil. There's no doubt about it. I wish the world would stop debating it, but they will continue. Now, somebody has something they want to sell, but 100% MCT oil, if it's truly 100% MCT oil, is the best. Beverages: Sprite Zero, Crystal Light, Diet Mountain Dew, Diet Cola, Advocare Spark, approved coffee, approved tea, any zero-calorie beverage. Supplements, you should just do that. It's going to help you get better results when you're trying this hard, putting forth this much effort. I don't know why you wouldn't want every safe and effective enhancement that you could afford. So there's a list of supplements there that I recommend. You don't have to do supplements. I do recommend, if you're not going to do supplements, consume good, safe, effective supplements, I would really suggest that you find you a good whole food vitamin that you have confidence in. If you're not getting in adequate amounts of water-soluble vitamins, you're going to have low energy. If you don't get in the correct amounts of fat-soluble vitamins, correct amounts, not too much, not too little, then your body will hold on to everything. And you will not lose fat as efficiently as someone that gets in adequate levels of fat-soluble vitamins. Be careful, because fat-soluble vitamins overconsumed can cause damage. But if you're taking a good solid whole food vitamin, getting adequate amounts of them, they're very beneficial. We always get asked to include vegetarians and vegans. There is a false notion that our lifestyle does not have options for vegetarians and vegans, and it does. It's just that it kind of gets lost in the tens of thousands of approved foods that we have, and people shut down because they just get lost in the information. So I've made it easy, because even vegetarians and vegans need protein. Protein is the most essential macronutrient outside of water. So if you're a vegan or vegetarian and you're not getting adequate amounts of protein, also known as amino acids, you're going to have problems. So vegetarians, being they can have eggs, the constant debate about this, is why you don't hear me talk much about it. I've never met two vegetarians or two vegans who agree on what veganism is or vegetarianism is. Here's the way I define it. Vegetarians can have eggs. Vegans cannot. But I've went on and included options for both. You decide which ones you're comfortable with based upon your vegan or vegetarian lifestyle. These are protein sources and meat substitutes. Any Light Life product, these are meat substitutes. Hemp hearts, hemp flakes, hemp seeds, chia seed. Any Morningstar meat substitute. Egg whites, whole eggs, Explore cuisine pastas, low-fat cottage cheese, Greek plain yogurt. For the challenge, these aren't the only protein sources for vegetarians, but for the challenge, these are the ones we're going to stick to. So in other words, when we get into combinations, you'll realize you could have a vegetarian protein source with a big salad. You know, I like to have hemp flakes, hemp hearts on a salad. Breads, you'll be better for this challenge if you avoid all bread. But we have included some bread for those people that they got to have their bread. High protein brown bread. That is a health-wise product in our store. Notice almost everything here comes from your local grocery store. I'm including high protein brown bread. we carry in the store, simply because I may decide over the course of this week that I want a hamburger. And if I have a hamburger, I'm going to have it with high protein brown bread. Better results. Joseph's high fiber bread, as long as it's 110 calories or less as a serving, any of their products will work. Their tortilla, their flat, their pita bread, as long as it's Joseph's high fiber bread products, 110 calories or less. Yes, ma'am, Celia, that is the Proti bread. I believe it's called Proti bread. It may be called Healthwise. I call it high protein brown bread. That's what it has on the box, but I think you're right. Bran Crisp bread, any of the flavors of the approved Bran Crisp bread will work. This is how I might have a peanut butter sandwich this week. And yes, we will be adding peanut butter if they haven't already. La Tortilla Factory Tortilla, that one's approved as well. That would make you a nice burrito, a nice turkey wrap, a nice London broil wrap. Approved spices, seasonings, breadings, and condiments, recommended ones for this challenge. Carb Quick, already got on my meal plan this week, I'm going to batter and fry some fish and shrimp. I'm going to do that with Carb Quick. TVP, almond flour, coconut flour, Walden Farms calorie-free condiments, salt, pepper, Goya seasonings. So I put those because I like their salad seasoning and I like their fish seasoning. A1, ketchup, mustard, lemon, lime, any of the recipes in the database, the MCT oil salad dressing recipes. Meal replacements. Let's look bottom, towards the bottom, not at the bottom yet, but towards the bottom right. If you don't want to pair foods together, no problem. You can do some of your favorite meal replacements. Any Healthwise meal will work. The smallest, I think it's a 4.5 inch, maybe 5, but the smallest Real Good pizza, Mighty Muffin, rest assured you'll see that popping up a lot when I notify you that I have eaten. AHS cheesesteak pasta, up to 2 packages of that. AHS mac and cheese, you can also add, it's 1 pack, but you could also add hemp or lean protein source. In other words, I could have chicken breast and mac and cheese. Same thing for the AHS fettuccine. The Olay Extreme wrap, Lisa, is not on this particular challenge. Next, we've got approved high-protein soups, up to 2 packages. You'll see that pop up a lot. For me, I'll have 2 packs of chicken noodle soup with hemp flakes. I love that. AHS hot chocolate, with or without 1 teaspoon of ghee. 1 tablespoon of nuts and more or approved peanut butter with challenge-approved bread. Quest bar, Healthwise or approved oatmeal, up to 2 packages. I guess I need to go back and edit this. I don't mean Quaker Oats. I'm talking about high-protein oatmeal here. Any of the Shibboleth meal bars. If you're wanting cereal, K's Natural Cereal or AHS cereal with Kroger Carb Master or fat-free Fairlife milk, 1 cup of that cereal or 1 package of the AHS, and then you'll just want to wet it with your milk. An Oh Yeah shake, a Finaflex shake, a hemp shake, 1 cup of berries with 1 to 3 tablespoons of hemp. I do that a lot. Any protein listed with 1 to 3 tablespoons of hemp, prepared in MCT oil or not. What that meant was any meat, I had to clarify that too, any meat protein or any vegetarian protein, you can add 1 to 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts or hemp flakes. In other words, I might do fish with nothing but 3 tablespoons of hemp flakes prepared in MCT oil. Kim is mentioning that Olay Extreme is more accessible out there. And then I've got a gluten-free person. They're going to get on to me, but look, I'll add them, okay? Only because y'all are having a hard time finding other types. Olay Extreme, and for the gluten-free people, the Rudies or Udis. I'll add those to this link. This link will be updated daily so that we can all make sure we're on the same page and eating the same thing. Okay. If you have to go to the infirmary, one time a day you may go to the infirmary. One time a day you may go to the infirmary for low blood sugar episode, for I don't have low blood sugar, I don't have health issues, but I just can't hang today. For whatever reason, I've got to go to the infirmary. There's a list of products that I think will be beneficial without taking you too far out of fat burning. Health Warrior Bar, a tablespoon of approved peanut butter. These all, I'll have to go back and proof these, but these all should be now linked to the appropriate item in the food library. If they are not, let me know and we'll relink them. Advocare Rehydrate, cucumbers, pickles, Kind Plus Bar, 3 Voortman wafers. It gives you a good list here of items. Some items, you know who you are if you have low blood sugar episodes. Advocare Rehydrate, Health Warrior Bars, Kind Plus Bars, Voortman wafers. These are terrific. If it's just that you just having a mental craving and you're not experiencing low blood sugar, go with the things that are less calories, like approved high protein soup, or perhaps cucumbers with a sprinkle of ACV and salt and pepper. Remember, it's only for a week, okay? When we're putting our meals together, let's give some examples right now. Let's say that you see old Travis has an oh yeah shake for breakfast. Okay, now you have 4 hours to consume something. We're on the island together. You don't want that. But you did buy some turkey breast and you did buy an approved tortilla and you've got some mustard. So you take your turkey breast, your wrap, you've got a protein and a fiber in every meal. It's under 350 calories, give or take. Doesn't have to be exact, but I want these portions to be right. 350 or less. I'd rather it be 250. It's a challenge. 350 or less. And you've got you a nice little wrap there. While I had my shake, you had your wrap. Boom, we're done. You don't consume again until I consume. And I will not cheat you. If it looks and feels like it's hard, it's just because it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult because we're getting back our self-discipline. Travis hadn't eaten 8 hours. I don't believe that. Sorry, I do it all the time. It's called discipline. It's called fasting. So get ready. You can do anything for a week. It's been 8 hours. Travis ain't posted anything, and I got to have something. My sugar's dropping. Go to the infirmary. We've made it so simple. Are infirmary times listed best to less best? I don't understand the question, Carrie. My apologies. You can go to the infirmary anytime that you feel that you need it, though. Only once per day. If you have to go to the infirmary 7 times in 1 week, once each day, you do not have to tap out. I'm going to let y'all help Carrie there. All right, so we've got a portion plate down here. We want to put the meal under our hands or count calories or put it on a 6 to 8 inch plate. Okay, 6 inches is best. It's a challenge. But use a portion plate, put the meal under your hands or count calories. One of the three. 350 calories or less for your meals. That's not talking about when you go to the infirmary. When you go to the infirmary, it's a serving of these items, just a serving, okay? 1 package of K's Natural Pizza Flavor Bites. My daughter asked me, please put those on there because she said, I will have to go to the infirmary and I want those. So those will be a help to her. What questions do you have? The comments you should be able to see them right there in the Facebook group. Lisa, I would strive for 350 or less calories, but 250, you're a warrior. That's great if you do that. Any questions before we go to the next slide? Okay. All right. I'm going to go to our next slide. Next slide here. We just looked at our meal list. We'll update that daily as we need to. We will try, not for meanness, but we will try not to let it grow much more beyond where it is at so that we can make this a challenge. You're going to want to spend time. Again, it's no deal breaker, but you have a better, the more you immerse yourself in this and with the group, the better off this week will be. Yes, if you're having a hard time finding the tiny pizzas, the real good pizzas, you could do a half of the larger one that's in the grocery store. Just don't eat it all, or you have to tap. All right, group, www.facebook.com/groups/Castaway Island. Let's go look at that group. Bear with me just a moment. All right. Here we are in our group. When I eat, I will be pinning at the top my most recent meal. And then I'll hope that you'll do the same in the thread for those of you that are Facebook people. No deal breaker if you're not. Okay. As we scroll down, we will see the infirmary. Here's the infirmary. If you have to pull an item from the infirmary, you need to post. Don't just go do it, or you're not really being an official entrant and you won't get a badge at the end of this. If you want to earn your badge and be an official entrant, lose more weight than others who are not immersed in it, then this is what you do. Go to the infirmary. Let us know. Somebody might even encourage you while you're in the infirmary. All right. And you'll look for updates here in this group as well. And I hope you'll be an encouragement to one another. And I hope that you'll be positive. We're always going to have a few that get depressed and go negative. Let's try to lift them up. Don't let them bring you down. You try to lift them up. You can do anything for 1 week. You must journal. We'll get into that in a minute. But this is basically our group. There's some more people wanting in here. Everybody that's not official entrants will be removed from the group on Monday. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. That's basically it with our group. You just request entry. We let you in. Anybody that's not a member of Shibboleth or anybody that has not officially signed up to do the challenge, they will be removed from this particular group on Monday. Sasha says, Travis, there are several people doing this that are not on Facebook. For those watching later, can they just post the website journal? Absolutely. Absolutely. I will be texting them. You can receive text notifications. Sasha, if you maybe can comment this, you can receive text notifications from me about when I eat by texting the word Castaway to the number 31996. Castaway, you text the word Castaway to the number 31996. Now, those text messaging services are expensive, so they're only for the people participating in this officially. So please, on the honor system, only if you're an active member of Shibboleth and participate, because when I text, it goes out to everybody that wanted to subscribe, and it cost our small organization money, and it's expensive. But I think it will add to your enjoyment if I'm able to connect with you in that way and notify you through text message of when I eat, if you want that notification. So that's another way for them to do it, Sasha, if they're not on Facebook. After the week is up, we'll probably delete everybody out of there so we're not having to pay again. If it's a challenge we do again, we'll have to figure out on a moving forward basis, if it's something people like, how we overcome that expense. But we can handle it for a week. Okay, let me go to our next slide. Bear with me. Oops, got a little glitch there. Hold on. Now, how do you officially join? You go to myshibboleth.com and to community contest. Now we're almost done. Appreciate everybody's patience today. Let me show you how to go officially enter now. When you go to the website, here I am on the website. Look at this. Bless the name of the Lord. Look at this little scroller here. This is recorded fat loss. Our members have now lost 2,603 recorded pounds, about to turn to 604. No, this is not just for appearance. This is real time. This is real time. Bless the name of the Lord. All right, so I'm in here. I'm going to go to challenge. See this tab over here to your left. Look to the left. And I click that. And it shows me what challenges are available. 76 people have joined so far. Castaway Island, and you can accept the challenge. Once you accept the challenge, you're going to be prompted to put in 2 before pictures. Very important that you do that in order to be an official entrant. If you prefer just to put 2 pictures of somebody on that you Googled to get started, that's fine. But I would encourage you to go back later, do it the right way, participate in the community, immerse yourself in it. You'll be more successful. Once your name, you'll click Castaway Island. And you will have a list of people. Look here, here's our competitors. This tells you who the competitors are, who's participating, how they're doing, have they tapped out. Once you've accepted the challenge, if you need to tap out, you'll have to come in here and click the tap out button. But make sure that you're supposed to tap out. Sometimes people tap out and they wouldn't have had to. Okay, these are all the people participating so far. Good little group going here. I hope you'll be one of them, because this group is going to lose some weight. We're going to do our best for a week. Sasha, can you or Joan help Shanice? She does not have an accept option, and she should. See, I can accept the challenge right here, Shanice. You should, when you go, if you haven't already accepted it, you should see an accept button right there. So hopefully Sasha can help you, Shanice. All right. We're going to go back to our PowerPoint. You must journal. You can journal on the app, and the app will sync to the website. If you don't have the app, use the website to journal. If you refuse to be a technology person, do it on paper so that we can verify that you participated correctly at the end of the challenge. It's about finishing what we started. Sasha, did you see Shanice's comment? Do not forget, if you eat when I do not eat, you must go to the infirmary and you must post what you ate and when you ate it. Must be from that list too. If your doctor's requiring you to have something else during a time of low blood sugar, then you need to let me know that item so I can put it on the list. The only thing that might be tolerated off the list is if you accidentally use something that's 0 calorie. But if that wasn't on the list, because it's almost impossible to list all the condiments. If you want to be a savage, you want to lose more weight, join me. This is not mandatory. Exercise is not mandatory. It's recommended. Outside of your normal daily activities, walk 3 miles or get 10,000 steps total for the day on a Fitbit type device or some other tracker, Apple Watch, whatever. Or you can ride 10 miles on a bike outside of your regular normal daily activity. And I'm going to suggest that you do 100 to 300 repetitions from the exercise library in the website. If you do this, you will be even more successful. You will be shocked at what you can accomplish in before and after pictures in only a week. Amazing. Because we're going to get you in efficient fat burning mode. We're going to get your body optimized, your metabolism optimized. And if you give me these types of activities, walking's paramount, or do 100 to 300 beginner exercise repetitions from the library, or intermediate or advanced, whatever, like Tracy Ridgway, she probably should be doing the advanced stuff if I remember correctly. But get that in, get focused. You never know how this new focus and this new momentum might propel you to get going again on some type of wellness regimen. It's only 1 week of effort and focus. Okay, that is all that I have. Do we have any questions? And hopefully this orientation helps some. Shanice, don't be denied. You and I talked when we first did this, and old devil's going to try to get you to not do this round or whatever. If our website isn't working on your browser, focus on the parts of this that you can do. And I have a specific question for Shanice. Does this clarify what to eat? Or are you still confused? Because if you're still confused, we want to get you some help. I promised you that as we started this broadcast. We want to help you, Shanice. Brandy's asking, what product did my daughter beg me to have in the infirmary? The wonderful products called Kay's Natural Products. She and I both, maybe I threw her under the bus because I may have to go to the infirmary too. Who knows? We both love the K's Natural snacks. In particular, we like the K's Natural white cheddar crunchies. Those are outstanding. And they have these chips, something called pea chips or something made out of pea protein. Man, they're good. But it's the K's Naturals products. Any other questions or comments? Any at all before we go today? Pass the peas. That's right. Pass the peas. There are some options that we'll be adding to the list from last night, just so that you know. Bio coffee, Oh Yeah 1 bars, salsa, sugar-free jelly, approved creamer, chocolate shakes, sugar-free gum, Health-Wise hot chocolate. I think that one's already been added. Celsius, 0-calorie butter, Olay Extreme, Rudy's and Udi's tortillas. Those will be added. Fruit is allowed. If you look on there, I think it's under meal replacement, it says berries. Berries are allowed. Berries, but you've got to have them as a meal, and you must add hemp flakes or hemp hearts to neutralize the blood sugar elevation. And I think I need to clarify, you can also add 2 tablespoons of Greek plain yogurt. I don't think that was clarified. Any other question? Berries are allowed, but only as a meal and in that combination that I just offered up. Any other questions? I think what we will do is for Brandy, just know, not trying to make the challenge easier, but that's a good idea to put apples. We're going to put apples and berries in the infirmary, okay? And a half a banana. We're going to put that in the infirmary. Yes, you have to buy the journal app. It's 99 cents. Yes, the orientation appears to have recorded. Yes, the button is still flashing. Last night it stopped flashing. I must have had too much going on the computer. Any other questions or comments? Thank you, Deborah. Yes, actually, I think we have to give, out of that 99 cent, we have to give Apple like 40 cents, something like that. And the apps cost thousands of dollars to complete. And the only reason it's not a free app for our members is if we do a free app, then Apple wants a percentage of our other revenues. So we can't do that. We don't make that kind of money. Any other question or comment? It will sync to the online journal if used properly, Carrie. I know that you have some challenges with your device. May not be something that you want to purchase. May want to just use paper or the website. Kim, the infirmary, you'll go to the infirmary and list what you had. What you have must be off of the infirmary list. There is a section called infirmary with a list. So if you eat, it's not eating anything and it's not cheating. That's a tap out. You'll have to tap out. Catch us on the next round. You'll have to tap out if you eat off list or so far off list I can't justify it for you. Sometimes I'll justify it for you. But if you eat so far off the list that I can't see my way in justifying it, or you can't justify it, you know it was just mental weakness, you have to tap out in honor of the people that are doing a best effort scenario. If you're experiencing low blood sugar and you can't wait until I eat my next meal, or you feel that day, that particular day, you can't hang with me in the group, you can go to the infirmary and eat one item from the infirmary list, one time a day, one item from the infirmary list, and you're safe. Hope that made sense. I'm recording this and we'll be posting as soon as the video is processed. It takes a while to process. Once I get it processed, I will post it in the group and also email and also text it to everyone that's in the Castaway text list. Again, you're going to want to text the word Castaway. Text the word Castaway to 31996 to be on that list. Anybody else before we go? Did have a few questions today already. When am I going to eat? They're starving to death. The challenge doesn't start until Monday. Sunday night at 11:59 p.m., you're 1 minute away from the challenge beginning. We're going to fly over to the island, and unless you have to tap out, we're going to stay on the island for 7 full days. All right. Sounds like everybody's good to go. I appreciate you. Thanks for your patience. I enjoyed the group last night very much. I've enjoyed this group today. I hope this one was a little more direct and less silliness. But anyway, hope you're motivated, fired up. You can do anything for a week. 2017 is wrapping up. Have you achieved your goals? Have you made great progress toward those goals? It's time to make more progress. Hopefully you will not be denied even through Thanksgiving and even through Christmas. Hopefully you will not be denied. But now's the time to make a real sure stand, because you've got a lot of stuff coming up at the end of the year. You don't want to go into 2018 the same way you did 17, gaining a lot of weight at the end of the year, not having made great progress. You've been there, you've done that. Let's fix it. I usually don't eat very early. I usually go work out on an empty stomach, and then I have a meal if I have a meal. Be prepared. I'm not going to make it easy on you. We're in this together. I think Sasha said it best last night when we got off the broadcast. What a great way, because when somebody feels they're suffering, they know other people are suffering with them. Let's suffer together so we can reign and be victorious together. All right. Bye, everybody.